Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2D Board Gamers. My name is Dave,
And I'm Dirk.
and today we're going to take a look at the third new Investigator pack for Arkham Horror Chapter 2. This is Andre Patel, who is a new investigator. He showed up in the Film Fatale scenario pack, and now he is an investigator.
Yeah, so for chapter 2, he is the second of the new investigators, completely new investigators. I mean, we've already seen Tommy and Carolyn, who as part of the standalones here, and they were basically just further down in the story for current investigators. As far as new ones, we had Izzy Barnes from the new core set, chapter 2 core set, and so he's the second of the new ones that we've got. And he is Seeker class, not Seeker, the Rogue class was one of my favorite classes. Probably it's if I remember right, it was the very first deck I ever played and built was a Rogue deck. So I mean, I'm kind of interested to see what they do with him. I do remember seeing him in the Femme Fatale. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to see what they're going to do with him as a character.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Well, let's open it up.
All right.
See what we got.
Go ahead and take a look. All right. So, well, shoot. Well, okay. Apparently my cutting skills have diminished a little. All right. So,
Not when you cut yourself like that.
yeah. All right. So, there we have Patel or Andre Patel. So, that is his mini investigator card. So yeah, if you haven't seen some of the others with the new core set with Chapter 2, we still have the option of using the mini cards. They also have a token that you can use instead. It does take up less real estate on the board, but I don't know. I kind of like the cards, so I'll probably continue to use them. But I don't know. We'll see. They might not. I mean, cluttered board it might be a little easier, but we have got his booklet here, which still you go through a little bit of the story. So since he's a new character, you kind of find out a little bit of his story. We're not going to go through that whole thing here. You got a little bit of a guide to playing the new character here, how to use the expansion. So basically, this has got you're going to have two copies of each card instead of one. That they came in with the core set, but it also has how to use the different expansion, the upgrades and stuff. You've got his starting deck, so in case you want to rebuild this to play it again at some time later, which we've come back and played them back way, although it's a way different experience after you've played them upgraded or custom built. On the back here, we've got some notes and ideas on how to upgrade them. We've got our credits and a list of the playtesters.
And the expansion.
And the expansion symbol, which is, since he's an actor, we're using a movie reel.
All right.
Okay, and then moving on to his cards here, though. All right.
Our new eco-friendly packaging.
Oh, it makes it a lot easier, except for the original cutting on it, apparently. All right, so his deck building for the film star Andre Patel. He has his deck requirement is a deck size of 30. His options are he can use rogue cards and neutral cards, level 0 to 5. And his requirements, so they don't count against his deck size, but you have to use know the exit, know the line, know the scene, weight of the world, and one random basic weakness.
Now, one thing you'll notice with these investigator packs is that you only have the one class that it comes in.
Yeah.
So but you're getting a lot of new rogue cards to add to the core set. So that's kind of, yeah, these guys have got probably the most restrictive of deck building, but it came with a lot of cards. So.
Yeah, and
and the idea is even if you don't own the game, you could just buy. Oh, I want to play a rogue. You told me that they're pretty cool, so I'll buy this Andre Patel deck and use your set of the rules and stuff, and all I have to do is buy this one product and I'll be able to play and I'll be able to upgrade as well. So
yeah, that is nice. So they've got the upgrades as well, but yeah, I mean they do have some of the most limited deck building, but the cards that they get in them, if you've seen the last two, this is the third one of the standalone investigators from the Evergreen for the Evergreen stuff, but there's some pretty good cards that they've included in them. So yeah, it's pretty nice.
All right. He's got a 2 will, 3 intellect, 2 combat, 5 agility. So he is a performer, and as a reaction, after you succeed at a skill test by 2 or more during your turn, You may take an additional action this turn, limit once per round. So note it's only skill tests on your turn, so not like reacting to a treachery in the Mythos phase. The Elder Sign is +2, and you gain a resource, and he comes with 7 physical and 8 sanity. So he's got a lot of point spread there.
Wow. That's pretty hefty.
Oh
there.
no, I guess
Is
the
it?
normal is 6 and 9. Oh no, I guess it's the
Yeah.
same. It's just,
Okay.
it is more balanced, I guess.
Alrighty. And then I actually thought that this was going to be one really big long card name, but apparently it's 3 different cards.
No, I didn't think it'd be one long card name.
I thought it might be actually the way I read it, but it's know the scene, know the line, and know the exit. Oh, they all basically do the same thing, so I was going to put them all out. But it depends. They all provide a mental. They're all a skill. They provide a wild if used in a skill test. But the know the exit is while it's committed to an attack or an evasion, it gets 2 additional wild. The line is if it's a scenario card, it gets 2 additional wild. And the scene is if it is an investigation or a parlay, it gets 2 additional wild. And I love how they picked like the image, kind of fits that, the know the exits for the attack. So it's kind of got a Godfather, mafioso style feel to it, to that movie he's in. The know the line is he's in a military one, so it's a parlay, or no, it's a scenario. And then the know the scene where it's an investigation, he's a Sherlock Holmes type character. So that's kind of cool. I like that.
All right.
But yeah, so he has a couple of additional cards to him.
Yeah, so he's a slightly bigger deck because he's got 2 extra hero specific cards or investigator specific cards. All right, so his signature weakness is Weight of the World. It's a weakness, it's a terror. Put Weight of the World into play in your threat area. Forced. When you fail a skill test while Weight of the World is in play, you take a horror and you shuffle it back into your deck.
So it's going to stay out until you fail something, and then it gets shuffled back in. So it's going to potentially come back right away.
You can't get rid of it.
Oh, that's nasty. All right, and his random weakness here. So this is just a basic that comes with him. So if you were to pull him straight out of the box and play him, this is what you get. Otherwise, it's gonna be one of the potential ones that you get whenever you're building. But it is a flaw. As a revelation, you're going to put it into your threat area, and then as a forced action, the first time you fail a skill test during your turn. So wow, both of his deal with failing skill tests. You are going to draw the top card of the encounter deck, and if it's an enemy, you're going to discard unaware. So wow, you don't get. So this stays out until you draw an enemy. Oh, yippee! That's wonderful.
Yeah, and rogues are notoriously have low willpower, which of course is usually the stat you need for against treachery skill checks during the Mythos phase. So yeah, he's not going to have fun with the Mythos phase. Although he has a 2 where a lot of rogues have 1.
Yeah.
All right. So the first card we have is Center Stage. It costs 3. It's a talent, limit 1 per investigator, uses 3 renown. Okay. If there is no renown on Center Stage, discard it. And as a lightning, during a skill test, you can spin a renown and exhaust Center Stage. You get +1 skill value for each action you have spent this round, including this one. If this is triggered during one of your actions.
Okay.
Okay. And he has the ability. So after he succeeds, so this could technically be the 4th. You could play it as your 4th action, technically.
Yeah. All right, then we've got Fame. So of course he's an actor. He wants to be famous. But
he doesn't want to live forever.
Yeah. So this is a 1-cost asset. Provides agility if used in a skill test. This is a condition that has 4 renown on it, and if there's no renown, you're going to discard it. So you could lose your Fame. But as an action, if there's an enemy at your location, you can spend a renown to parlay with him to gain 2 resources. So yeah, you're so famous, they're just throwing money at you. They're still going to fight you though.
And of course, since he's a Hollywood actor, he's got to deal with the grapevine. It costs 2. It's 1 agility. It is a connection, uses 3 rumors. If there are no rumors on the grapevine, discard it. And as an action, you could spin 1 rumor and exhaust the grapevine to parlay. Choose an enemy at a revealed location up to 2 connections away. Move 1 location at a time. along the shortest path to that enemy's location and engage it. Now that's important because like if there's an enemy in the way, it's like, oh, maybe I can wiggle around it. No, you have to take the shortest route. And if if you move into a spot with an enemy that's unengaged, he's going to get attached to you and he's going to get an attack of opportunity against you while you're moving to this guy. So you got to be kind of careful how you do this.
Yeah, but what I do like about this one is you're moving toward that enemy and engaging it, so this can take care of aloof enemies for you. But you're probably only using this in a rogue that's built to actually be able to deal with the fight whenever whenever it comes out.
Okay.
All right, then we've got the extravagant ring next. So this is a one-cost asset. It is an item. It's a charm. It does take up the item slot. If you use it in a skill test, it gives you an intellect, but it comes in with 3 renown. And as a reaction, whenever you succeed at a skill test, you can spend a renown, exhaust it, and you're going to get +2 value for this test. So, of course, you have already succeeded at it. Why would you want to do the +2 value? Because there are things that give you bonuses depending on how much you succeed something by. So that would be why you would want to do that.
All right. Now, I believe this card was in the core set as well, but we got 2 more copies because this is a very good rogue card. Lockpicks cost 3, provides 1 intellect. Item tool elicit, and as an action, you exhaust lockpicks to investigate using your intellect, but you get to add your agility to your intellect for this test. And if you do not succeed by at least 2, you discard lockpicks.
And I'm trying to remember, did the original version, was that the one that had uses on it, or was it?
No, I think it's the same.
Okay, you think it is the same? Okay. All right, now we've got Marcus Sengstake, I guess is how it's pronounced. He's a wealthy benefactor, so I guess he's so rich it doesn't matter how you pronounce it. But he's a 3-cost asset. He's a patron ally. If you use him in a skill test, he's going to provide you with a willpower and an intellect. He does take up an ally slot, but you get an additional resource during your upkeep phase while he's out. And as a forced action, after you fail a skill test, you're going to deal 1 horror to him. So you want to make sure that you're not failing skill tests so you can get those extra resources.
Yep.
But while he's out, he has 1 health and 2 sanity.
Okay. All right, then we have a polished cane, costs 3. Provides an agility if you put in a skill check. Item weapon melee. As an action, fight using your combat. You get to add your agility to your combat for this attack.
Oh, that's pretty good for him.
And if this attack succeeds by 2 or more against a non-elite enemy, you may exhaust polished cane to automatically evade the enemy, and it takes up a hand slot.
So he doesn't necessarily have the best fight stat, but man alive, he gets to add that agility to it. So that gives him a 7 fight right there.
Right, and I believe his yeah, so he's got a 7 fight, and that other card we saw, he would have an 8 investigating with the lockpick.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're moving to events.
All right, so the first event we've got here is the Clean Sweep. So this is a 2-cost event. If used in a skill test, it provides you with an intellect and a agility, but it is a tactic trick. As an investigate action, or take an investigate action using investigate, you get +2 for the skill test, and if you discover the last clue at your location, you can move to a connecting location. And the rogues do like to move, so this is a good way for them to do that. Better luck next time, love. RS. Who's RS?
All right. Then you got to pay your dues.
Uh-oh.
It costs X, provides a will and an intellect if it's in a skill check. It is a favor, and it's a parlay. Choose a non-elite enemy at your location with X remaining health. That enemy disengages from each investigator and gains aloof until the end of the round, and discover 1 clue at your location.
So that could be handy because the aloof will turn around and go away. So it's not a permanent thing. So you only, because sometimes you'd like him to just leave you alone for a little bit.
Right.
So that is kind of nice that he
Or,
does that.
yeah, if he's engaged with you and then you're at this location with the Guardian, then when he loses the aloof, then you
Then
can
let it go to the Guardian.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty. And then you deal with that. Which, wait, wasn't that was a card in the base set, right? In the core game.
Yeah.
You deal with that or something like that.
The smoke break or whatever it was called. There's like one where the guy's smoking a cigarette and it's like, yeah, you deal with it or something.
Yeah. All right. So there was, now we've got the quick exit. So this is a 2-cost event. If you use it in a skill, it gives you a willpower and an agility, but it's a tactic and a trick. As an evade action, you take an evade action using your agility with +2. And if you succeed by 2 or more, then you evade an enemy, a non-elite enemy. And then, let's see, said by 2 or more, and the evaded enemy is non-elite. That enemy does not ready during the next untap phase. Okay, so it's a way to keep them exhausted for an extra turn if they're non-elite. So that's kind of nice, although it feels like there's so many elites.
And it's called upkeep phase.
What'd I say?
Untap phase.
Oh,
I have no idea
guess what I played.
what that word means.
That's what I played the other day.
All right. Then we have a sudden fall, which is Dirk's sanity. 2-cost event. It's 1 combat, 1 agility. It's a tactic trick. He's totally not being pushed by that guy. Fight using
It's a fatal push.
Fight using combat. You get +2 for this attack, and if the targeted enemy is exhausted, this attack deals +1 damage.
Okay.
So rogues do like to evade a lot. So this is a way you can evade an enemy and then be able to bonk them on the head as you drop them off a tall building to do some extra damage.
Alrighty, and then we've got right under their noses. So this is a 2-cost event that provides a willpower and an intellect if used in a skill test, but it is an illicit trick. It's a fast action. You can play it after you successfully evade an enemy. Again, like Dave said, rogues like to evade, but you can discover a clue at your location, and if you succeeded by 2 or more, you can discover a clue at a connecting location instead. So, of course, for there to be a clue there, it does have to have been a revealed location because they never have clues until they get revealed. But, yep, so it's a nice way to get a clue from somewhere else, and you don't have to go there.
All right. Then we have the Walking Dead torture song. Easy Street.
I don't know the reference. Never watched it.
Somebody out there gets it, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
It provides a wild. It's a favor. Commit only to a skill test you are performing. Max 1 committed per skill test. Easy Street gets +1 wild for every 3 resources you have to a maximum of 3 extra wilds.
Oh man, my old Preston deck would have loved this.
Yep.
All right, now we've got Out the Door, which there's also my sanity. So this skill test, it's a gambit. It provides a agility and a wild if used in a skill test, but which of course you're using it in a skill test, I guess. But after it is committed to a skill test, the performing investigator gains 2 resources. If the skill test fails, they lose 2 resources. So you're going to get it, but then you'll lose it if you had it.
Right. And this is a reprint from chapter 1. This is the show-off card. Watch this. Provides 1 will, 1 combat, 1 agility. Gambit. Commit only to a skill test you are performing as an additional cost to commit. Watch this. Spend up to 3 resources. If you succeed by 1 or more, gain twice that many resources.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think there's
Show
no
off.
artwork for it.
No, it's the same.
Is it?
Yeah.
It seems the colors seem a little different on it then.
Maybe. So now one thing Arkham has unique is, especially in campaign mode, is that you can spend experience points to upgrade cards.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I absolutely love about this. Why this is probably one of my favorite games.
So this is an upgrade to the lockpicks.
All right, so these lockpicks, so the little dots on there, if you're unfamiliar, those are how many experience points it costs to upgrade to this card. So if you had a copy of it in your deck of the starting one, you would replace it. You would pay the 1 experience point and replace this. And this is for each copy. So if you had 2 lockpicks in your starting deck, it would require you 2 experience to upgrade both of them, and you would replace both cards.
Right. But you don't have to replace both. So if you only had 1 XP to spend, you could upgrade one of them.
Yeah.
And in that case, you would have a level 1 lockpick and a level 0 lockpick in your deck.
And alternately, if you did not start out with the level 0 lockpicks, you could go straight to these by paying the XP. However, you are still having to replace it with another card because you still got the 30 card deck.
Right. Yeah, you pull out another level 0 card instead.
All right, so what this one is, so it costs 3 to put it into play. If you use it as a resource, it gives you an intellect, but it's an illicit tool with 3 supplies. And if there's no supplies, you're going to discard it. It takes up a hand slot, but as an action, you can exhaust this to investigate using your intellect. You add your agility to your intellect, so it's just like the previous one. But if you do not succeed by at least 2, you're going to remove a supply instead of discarding. So this one you've got 3 chances with it. That is right. This is just like the original one.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one. Yeah.
So yeah, that is right. I
Yeah,
remember that
I
now.
think it's straight out from chapter 1, if I remember right. All right. Then we're out the door. It's a 1 XP cost skill card. Provides an agility and a wild. It's a gambit. After out the door is committed to a skill test, the performing investigator gains 4 resources. If the skill test fails, the investigator loses 4 resources. So
yeah, so it doubles it from the starting one. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not out anything if you fail, but if you succeed, man, you got 4 resources.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, then the upgraded grapevine here. So this costs 2 experience points. If you want to play it, it costs 2. But if you use it in a skill test, it provides a intellect and an agility. It comes in with 3 rumors on it. If there's no rumors, you're going to discard it. As an action, you can spend a rumor and exhaust the grapevine to parlay an enemy at a revealed location up to 3 connections away. So you can actually reveal further away. That is the benefit of the upgrade here, it looks like. Oh no, it is 1 further away. The other one was 2. This one's 3. You're going to choose that enemy 1 location at a time along the shortest path. You're going to move toward that enemy and engage them, and then draw a card. Did the other one have the card draw at the end? I don't think it had the card draw. Let's see the grapevine. Where is it? It's in here.
It's an event.
It's an event. I thought wait a minute, where is it? I remember reading that earlier because I thought there it is. Yeah, you did not get the card draw, so it gives you card draw. Okay.
Then we got the upgraded Marcus. It costs 2
Not even to try.
Sing stack. 2 XP, will, agility, ally. It's a patron. You get +1 additional resource during the upkeep phase. And after you fail a skill test, you deal 1 horror to him. And it's 1 physical, 3 horror. I think before was 2 horror.
It was, yep.
And he's 1 cheaper to play, looks like. He costs 2 instead of 3. Okay.
All right, the upgraded clean sweep. So this one, it's costs it's 2 XP for it, but you get 2 intellect and a wild if you use it in a skill test. It is a tactic trick. You can investigate using your using your agility and add your intellect to it, and then after the test resolves, you can move to a connecting location. So let's see. Yeah, so instead of getting the +2 for the test, it adds a different skill, and you don't have to do the last one. So yeah, okay, and it gives you additional. Oh yeah, it's all kinds of upgrades because the other one was used just 2, and one of them was agility. So okay.
All right, then we have the upgraded quick exit. Costs 2 XP and 2 to play. Provides 2 will and 1 wild. It's a tactic trick. Evade using your will. Evade using your agility, sorry. But you get to add your will to your agility for this test. And if you succeed and the evaded enemy is non-elite, that enemy does not ready during the next upkeep phase. So I think the difference is you get to add your will.
Yeah, will instead of +2, and the skill test icons are better.
Oh, okay.
You've got an additional icon that's wild, and then instead of an agility.
Yeah, the problem is agility is like the weakest stat for rogues.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so then you've got a sudden fall, the upgraded version of this one. So it's 2 XP. It gives you 2 combat and a wild if you use it. It costs 2 to play, but this event is a fight action. Using your agility, and you add your combat to it. And if the targeted enemy is exhausted, it deals +2 damage. So yeah, it looks like
apparently he has upgraded. He's got designer gloves.
Yeah, so
pushing the guy with.
Yeah, this is another similar one. You get the better stat line for the skills, and you're using 2 skills instead of a +2.
Okay, now this next card is unique. There's only 1 copy of it.
Oh, nice.
So this is the Black Fan.
Oh, that came from the original game.
Yeah. It costs 3 XP. It's a will, agility, and a wild item relic. It's an exceptional. And while you have 10 or more resources, you get +1 health and +1 sanity. 15 or more resources, you may take an additional action during your turn. And if you have 20 or more resources, you get +1 to each of your skills.
So that sounds like a lot, but with the right builds, that can be done.
And I believe exceptional means you can only have 1 copy in your.
I thought exceptional also meant that it is 3 XP, but it costs you double XP, doesn't it?
Is that acceptable?
I
know there was something in the original.
We're gonna pause for just a second. We're gonna look that one up to verify because I think.
Yeah, it might cost double. Yeah, so we looked it up. So it actually
we were both right.
It actually costs you 6 XP, and you're only allowed 1 copy. That's why there's only 1 copy in the deck.
Yeah, but instead of just saying, oh, it costs 6 XP, there are things that deal with how much XP a card costs. Yeah. So its cost is 3, but you have to pay that twice.
Right. So it is a level 3 card because sometimes there's rule. Well,
for deck building.
For deck building, well, this guy he can have 0 to 5, but some characters might
can only go to level 3.
3. So yeah, you can put it in there, but you're actually spending 6 XP to pay for it.
Yeah, but man, is it worth it in the right build?
All right, so this is an upgrade of a card that was in the core set. Silver Tongue, 3 XP, 2 hit points, provides an intellect, an agility, and a wild. It's a talent. This is starting. So starting is after you've done your mulligan, but before you shuffle your deck again after you've done your mulligan, you could search for 1 starting card and add this as this would be the 6th card in your starting hand. It provides as a lightning action, you can spin a resource, you get +1 book for the skill test, or +2 instead if it's an evasion or parlay, or you can use a lightning, spin a resource, you get +1 agility for the skill test, +2 instead for an evasion or parlay.
All right. Then we've got the well connected. So this is costs 3 XP. If you use it in the skill test, it gives you an intellect and an agility. But to play it, it costs 2. It is a condition, limit 1 per investigator. As a lightning action, you can exhaust it to get +1 skill for this skill, and for every +1 for every 4 resources you have. Or you can exhaust it, or you can, as a lightning action, spend 2 resources to ready it. So you can use it more than once, but you're going to have to pay to do that.
Yeah,
is what it is.
So the difference between limited 1 per investigator, that just means you can only have 1 out. You can have 2 in your deck. Yeah, you're only going to be allowed to play 1 at a 1 out at a time. If it gets discarded for whatever reason, then you can play your second one.
Yeah.
All right, then we have right under their noses. It's 3 XP. It's a will, an intellect, and a wild. It's a trick, an illicit, fast. Play after you successfully evade an enemy. You get to discover a clue at your location. And if you succeed by 2 or more, you may discover 1 clue at a connecting location as well.
Yeah, so the first one was instead of. This one's as well. All right, yeah, now for your contingency. But, pardon me, your contingency, so this skill costs 3 XP points. It provides you with 2 wild into your skill test. That it's a practical expert, but while it's committed to a skill test, targeting an enemy. After revealing chaos tokens, you may spend 3 resources to cancel a revealed token, return it to chaos bag, and reveal a new one. So yeah, so if you've got the resources, you can get rid of a token or a bad
auto
token.
Fail.
Bad, yeah, an auto fail is one, because surprisingly enough, it does not limit you from that. So you can replace anything.
Yeah, and it also says you may do this any number of times.
Yeah.
So if you got the money, you can keep going. It's like, oh, got an auto fail. Oh, I got the -4. Oh, I got the elder thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the elder.
It's just for that test. You can do it as many times as you need to.
Right, and it gives you a +2 for the test as well. So that's nice. All right, and then the final card we have is the red clock. So it is a 5 XP card, but you can see it's got exceptional again. So again, you can only have 1.
Okay, so this is our new most expensive upgrade.
It's going to cost you 10 XP, but it's a level 5 card. It provides 2 wild, item, relic, exceptional, has 3 charges, forced. After your turn begins, you may take all charges here as resources and place 1 charge here If it has exactly 1 charge, you get +4 skill value to your next skill test. 2 charges, you may move up to 3 times. 3 charges, you may take 2 additional actions this turn, and it takes up an accessory slot.
Oh, extra actions. That is so nice.
Yep.
Okay.
Action advantage.
Yep.
It's different than card advantage.
All right. Yeah, I was kind of wondering. We didn't see. That's one thing that rogues like is, and you
Extra.
see a lot of the extra actions.
But he gets an extra action as long as you succeed by skill test of 2 or more. So that's pretty nice.
All right. So
That's a big rogue thing, is being able to activate 4 times.
yeah, or more if you can,
more
if
if
you
you
get the
can
right
pull.
setup. But those take a lot. But yeah,
All right.
that 10 XP card. Imagine the problem is you have to save all those XP, so you're sitting on a lot of XP, hoping you get it. We've played games where you might get lucky to walk out with 2 XP. So
Yeah,
oh, that one's
pretty. But it's
that one takes some commitment. I'm telling
right.
you.
And yeah, you're giving up some other upgrades for it, probably.
Yeah, but it's really good. I don't know if that one's going to be worth paying. I'll have to try it out one time and see.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever. I mean, that's card. I don't know if it's exactly the same as it was Chapter 1, but I remember it being in Chapter 1. But
I don't remember that one because I never
played
tried it.
Yeah, I never tried it. All right. Well, anyways, thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe.
And if you want to see more content by us, go and hit that notification bell down there, and you'll get alerts whenever we post new videos. All right, see you.